So in your world, and kind of what you're doing day in and day out, I guess to start, in this topic, like what are some of the biggest differences that you see between demand generation and brand awareness?
So I think there's this conversation happening right now where a lot of people are equating demand generation to brand awareness. So when I ask people, what is demand generation? And they're like, well, you educate your prospects on your product and you make sure that they're aware of you. I'm like, well, that kind of sounds like you're talking about brand awareness because brand
Yeah.
awareness is making sure people know you exist. And they're like, no, that demand generation is like, and I came up in a different world. So I remember like my first job, somebody asked me to like, they're like, hey, can you do some demand gen for us? This is like early stage company like 15 years ago. And I'm
Hmm.
like, I have no idea what that is, but sounds interesting. I'll do it. So,
Yeah.
and in that world, it was like demand gen was you're selling to mid-market enterprise. You have a higher ACV product, so you need to generate leads for the sales team to close. And demand gen's job was to get those leads into the funnel, make sure you work with sales to make sure they're qualified. And sort of we used to have these weekly meetups when like sales, BDR team, AE team, marketing team would meet. And the demand gen person was sort of the how do you call it, appear to the sales team on the marketing side.
Yeah.
So they were like kind of making sure that the leads are not getting disqualified. Hey, how are the leads this week? Did you have any interesting conversations? So to me, like we lost the meaning of what demand gen is in this new world of like where demand gen is brand awareness. Because to me, demand gen is just simply generating qualified demand for the sales team to then close, and that is leads.
Yeah.
A lot of people are afraid to say leads now. They're like, "Oh, leads is a dirty word." I'm like, no, leads are just people who are interested in what you're selling. Like, there's nothing bad about that inherently. So that's sort of where I come from on that debate.